What's going on, boys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we finally can proudly and happily say it's the first ever install in the unit. As you just saw from the previous video, which was like a day or two ago now, depending when you're watching it, we got the unit all up and running and actually able to get a car in it. So now we've got some parts. As I said in the previous video, if you haven't watched that, go check it out. The car's going off for mapping in probably a couple of weeks. So to get the max potential of a stage 1 and just in general, I've got a couple of parts from Airtec Motorsport. I've got a turbo elbow and the muffler delete. I'm not too sure, I've looked online, I can't really see the install on them, but they seem very simple. And when I fitted the intake, everyone commented on that video saying you need to get one yourselves, a turbo elbow, and a few people said about the muffler delete as well. So we're just going to do both today because you worked on that part of the car, might as well. Obviously last time we did a engine bay install was the Airtec intake, so just going to take the silicone hose bit off, leave the rest of the intake and heat shield in, and work around it. I don't think it is that hard. I think it's just a bit for this. It's going to be hard for me to show you what we're doing, but it's meant to increase airflow and intake, and that means more power, so we're going to do it. So yeah, I'll show you the parts when they're out and compare them to the stock parts. Don't know if it does any sound difference. I'm guessing it may be a bit louder, but it already sounds like Darth Vader when drove down the road anyway. So let's just get straight into it. I'll show you these parts and then we'll show you what's going on. So I've now unboxed these beauties, and they just really look nice, easy fabrication. So we got the turbo elbow, and it has like 2 rubberized O-rings here. Don't really know if it's focusing. It came in the bag separate, so I put them on, and I'm guessing this is just where the actual silicone hose is going to now connect onto. I'm not too sure. And then you've got the muffler delete here as well, so I'm guessing that's gonna have some silicone pipe going on there, clamping, and it's all gonna look good. And I'm guessing I'm gonna hear a bit more sound from it. It must do, from the airflow, and it's just gonna help mainly performance wise. So a lot of people on the forums have said that they suggest to do one of these if you're going for power and performance. So if it's something you're doing, make sure you grab a set of these from Airtec. I'll leave a link down below anyway. But yeah, we'll go over to the car now, start stripping down what we need to take off, and we'll get these on. And hopefully, if there is still daylight, we can get a bit of driving footage of these as well to see if I notice any drivability difference as well. It's probably going to be mind over matter though, before mapping. So this is what we're originally talking about. We're going to undo these hose clamps, the Jubilee clampies, and then I'm pretty sure the elbow's there, and I think around there is where the old muffler delete is, but it's quite hard to see in the dark. We've literally just screwed in a light up there because we didn't have a torch. But that is my tripod as well for the day. So I'm going to take this off and we'll have a look, see what we've got going on down there. So as you just saw, we just took this big mammoth one off. So if you haven't got an intake as well, you know, grab an intake. And we're just looking at the parts, how they line up. And everything is pretty much there. So the elbow is obviously here. And then the muffler delete is just down here. So the muffler is a 5mm Allen key, there's 3 bits. And then got this 7mm Jubilee clip. So we'll undo that, pull that off, bolt that. It's just going to be hard to film it. And then with the actual the elbow, we're going to have to unclip this one. And then we believe there's a Torx bit here. And where this has got like, what would you call that?
Like a brace.
Little brace. We think that must go through the stock brace or something, hold it, and then this will take its place. And obviously we'll just put the piping back on this side, and job should be a good one. It's just going to be one of them ones where it's a bit tricky to get a camera in there. It's one of the ones where it's ideally if you had like a GoPro head cam, it would work well, but we don't. So it's probably going to be the state of you just see our hands shoved down there like hurting ourselves, and then that's what we're doing. So I just thought I'd give you a walk through now. Obviously it might not go like that, but that's what we believe. So we'll get to it now, and hopefully what we've said is right. But there's only one way to find out, and that's by undoing stuff. So we'll probably do the muffler delete first, just because it looks a bit easier to get to. So we'll try that on. We've changed our mind, we're going for the elbow first. Some technical difficulties have been taking place. But yeah, alright, elbow first. boys, so here is a comparison. So this is our new pretty one. Yeah. It's going to be quite hard to hold these together. And this is the stock one. So that looks bigger, the new one. We can take measure it, just to be precise, but this is like tacky, plasticky VW spec, and this is beautiful. But yeah, that's definitely a bigger bore in it. That's a
look at that
finger one. Yeah, look at it. Jeez. So yeah, Bobby was right. It was a T25 bit. You undo that. You obviously undo the clip on top, and then you pretty much just twist it and pull.
Twist back and job done.
Done. And now we can put the new bad boy on. So usually we might as well do the honours and twist that one in. And I'll film you.
You want to get the other thing off first.
Oh yeah, shit, forgot. Keep forgetting I'm modding the gear. Yeah, so down here, if my torch comes on, we have got the, so as you can see there where the elbow's gone, right in there, we now have down here the muffler delete to install when we're going to take this one off. So we'll get that done now. Okay, so after a little bit of struggle with the muffler delete, if you're ever doing it, this silicone piece, we personally found it was easier just to take the whole silicone piece off than just one end and pull it off, because it was just like getting stuck in, it weren't coming out. And the bottom, they were Allen key bits, weren't they, on the muffler?
5mm.
Yeah, the 5mm Allens. The bottom one was a bit of a bitch. So if you got to do the bottom one, just be prepared that like mine was just in a really uncomfortable position, but nevertheless it's still done it. So this is obviously the stock one, and this is the upgraded one, and me and Bob was talking about this. So there's pretty much like a chamber, so this would make it will muffle the turbo whoosh sound, yeah, as such. So this basically a louder and no holes part. I don't understand it, but it does good things and it looks prettier, so go by that if you want to go by my logic. And obviously you can see now it's all disconnected down here. So this one has a bigger seal as well, so that's better as well. So I'm going to put this one on, put the Jubilee clips and the silicone pipe on this end, put the Allen keys on, and then all we have left to do is put the turbo wire back on. We'll start it up. Maybe it will sound a bit more loud on idle, I don't know, we'll rev it a little bit. Usually it mainly makes turbo sounds when you're driving this hard, to be honest, like, or low end flutter I notice as well when pulling away from like traffic lights, is where I hear the most of it, and I'll put it in race or whatever, I don't know. But obviously we've got some loud boy bits on here, we've got a back box delete and stuff, so there's still a ton of stuff to go on this car, but this is sort of the necessities to get the max power out of a stage 1 apparently. But yeah, I should have really done this when I fitted the intakes. If you are looking to get intake and stuff like this, you're probably best off buying it all at once, because whilst it's all out, you might as well replace it all. Obviously not everyone's got the money or means to do it, but if you do, then that's what I'd personally suggest. Let's see if this works. I mean, we hope. Should all be good. Let's get in. It starts. So that's good. Oil service, don't need that. Yeah. Replace key ratchet, yeah. Let's try different modes. Race. Oh, you hear it open. I'll leave her to cool up for like a minute and then we'll get some revs. Bobby's gonna rev it. All my hands dirty, and hopefully it should be all good. Hopefully I'm going limp mode on the way home. The induction kit definitely sounds louder. Don't know if that's just me thinking it, or it might be, but to me personally it sounds louder. I'll give you like a full, when I'm driving back tonight, because it's dark now, look outside. When I'm driving back, I'll film some shots as well, hopefully you can hear a difference. And obviously, yeah, as long as I'm going to limp mode, I'm happy. I just get really paranoid with intake things, because last time touching intake didn't go too well. But yeah, all sounds good. No warning lights, no nothing. So that is a tick in the books from me. And yeah, we'll tidy up my shit and we'll get cracking. Okay, what's going on, boys? So we're now out on the road. I'm gonna pop it in race quick. Yeah, it's in race. That's always good. Look at these lights. That's mad. I'm gonna put the window down a little bit, so it'll pop, and we're gonna see if we can hear any sort of difference with the elbow and muffler delete on. It sounds a bit louder. Now, I don't know whether that's just me thinking it or not, but that's my opinion. I'm gonna put my foot down a bit here and see if I can feel any difference. So, she quick. Okay, so my thought process. I know it's really dark. I'm sorry about that, guys, but it is night time, so it does get dark. But it feels more torquier. Probably wrong. Like, it just feels like it's packing a bit more of a punch. Like I said, I don't know this minor matter. I don't want to feature a lot of bullshit, but that's how I personally feel. What's going on, boys? I noticed this spotter sort of appeared. Let me pause this. I'm watching Animals who's like mad super dino stuff. The car is mad. I'd love a car like that one day. Yeah, I don't know where this has come from, but shit happens. Yeah, just editing this video now. I realised I didn't actually end the video. So yeah, I'll leave all them parts linked down below. So it was the muffler delete and also the turbo elbow. So all in all, after like, it's been a week now since I finished part, I've noticed that the turbo sound is louder. It's a lot better front response. I'm not sure if I mentioned this in the video or not. The car feels a lot more torquey and more punchy. It might not be that at all, but that's just how I personally feel on the subject. But yeah, it's definitely a bit louder. It's not like obnoxiously loud, but like I've noticed the difference now, and like people who've been in my car and noticed the difference, and it just feels a bit more responsive on the pedal. Nothing like insanely ridiculous, but if you drive your car and you put it on, you know the difference between the two. Do you know what I mean? So like I said, I'll leave the link down below. Make sure you check out Airtec and Auto Specialist on Instagram, Facebook, all the social media and all good stuff like that, and check out the website for more parts. And I can't wait to get in more deep, nitty and gritty and dirty with this car, obviously. I think I should be doing an exhaust modification. I've got a nice cheeky little back box delete going on this weekend, so that'll be sick. So then it'll be pretty freaking loud. I'll probably regret it and a week later take it off and put a stock one back on, but it'll be a good video nonetheless. So yeah, like I said, make sure you check them guys out. Smash a like on this video, comment what you want to see happen next to the Golf R. Make sure you smash the subscribe button, check out the patrons, make sure you see all these stuff first. And yeah, I'll see you boys all in the next one. Peace.